Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Dobby from Harry Potter. Let's get started in the center of our page with the eyelid. So I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to start with the curve that comes up and then in. Pull that up and over the eye. Now in the inside we're just going to curl this back up. So just blending this to a curve. Now we're going to leave a little gap in the center and do the same thing on the right side. So let's start at the top on the inside. Curve down, over the eye, and then we're just going to pull that down on the outside. Now we're going to tuck two circles underneath the eyelid. So starting on the left, it's almost like a half circle. We're going to step in, just draw a half circle coming around, and then just pull that back up underneath the eyelid. Let's do the same thing on the right side. On the inside edge of the eye, I just want to draw a little curve for the eye bag. Starting on the left side, we're just going to curve down below the eye and pull it out. Do the same thing on the right side. Now on the inside of the frown line, we're just going to curve down and in, just for the edge of the nose. So we're just leaving a little bit of space beside the eye and curving this down. On the left side of each eye, we're going to draw a small circle for a highlight. So let's start on the left side, just tucked in just underneath the eyelid. Go around. Now we're going to line this up on the right side. So this is going to be a little bit lower than the eyelid. And then in the center of the eye, I'm going to draw another circle for the pupil. So this is going to get tucked in underneath the highlight. So starting down here, circle around, and then back up. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting at the bottom of the highlight, circle around, then in towards the side. We're going to fill the pupils in black. Now in the center, we're going to move down and draw in the nose. So he's got a really long nose. So we're going to start on the left side, just below this line here. We're going to curve down towards the bottom in the middle, and we're just going to pull that back up, sort of aiming towards this line here. Now on the side, we're going to tuck in the nostrils. So from the top of this line, we're going to step down, curve out, and then back in. Do the same thing on the right. Now on the side of the nostril, I'm just going to curve a little line coming down on either side. Below the tip of the nose, we're going to locate the mouth. So we're going to start with a curve from left to right, going up, and then down. Now on either side, I just want to curl this back up. So just blending this to a curve, going up. And then directly below the mouth, we're going to locate the lower lip. So leaving a gap on either side, we're just going to draw a curve from left to right. Now that we've drawn in the face, let's go ahead and draw on the outside of the head. So on the side of the eyelid, we're going to step out and just curve just down below the mouth and then back up on the right side. So curving down towards the bottom of the chin. Now we're going to work our way back up on the right side. Now we're going to leave a large gap on the side and draw on the top of the head. So directly above this line right here, we're going to draw a curve going up and in. Now we're going to work our way back down on the right side. Curving the top of the head, and then we'll bring that back down on the right side. Let's add a few little wrinkles along the top of the forehead. So directly above this eyelid, we're going to step up and draw another curve. And do the same thing on the right side. Now in the center of the forehead, we're going to draw two curves. One long one along the bottom, starting from the left, go up, and then down. We're going to step up and just draw a shorter line, a little curve going across. Now let's go in and tuck the ears in behind the head. So from this point here, we're going to step up and curve down and out towards the left. Going out and just hooking that back down. We're going to line up the right side and do the same thing. Curving out and then down. From the tips of the ear, I just want to curve up, down, and then back in towards the side of the head. So let's start on the left side with a curve going up. And we're just going to pull that down. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction in behind the cheek. Curving down and then in. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting from the tip, we'll curve up, and then we'll hook that down. Now we're going to curve in the opposite direction, in behind the cheek. Let's add some detail to the inside of the ear. So from this tip, I just want to taper in. So curving up, and then just pulling that in towards the side of the head. We'll do the same thing on the right. So directly below this point, we're going to step down, curving out, and then down towards the tip of the ear. Now from this point, I want to step out and just draw almost like a C shape. going around. We're gonna do the same thing on the right, stepping out, curving in the opposite direction. I want to add a little bit of a sunken cheekbone here. So on the left side, just directly below the eye, and curve in and then down. Do the same thing on the right, curving in and then down. So now that we've drawn in the head, let's work our way down with the body. So on the left side here, I'm just going to draw a curve coming down and then back up for the collar of the tunic. Curving down and then back up. On the left side here, we're going to add a knot. So it's a little half circle starting from the edge of the collar, curve down, and tuck that in underneath the head. Let's add the ends of the knot. So at the bottom of this half circle, we're going to curve in and then down. We're going to step over and then curve it out so it tapers outwards. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve going up and then down. Let's draw the back side. So on the side of the half circle, we're going to curve up and then down, and we'll curve in behind the head. Let's add a few wrinkles. So in the middle of this curve, we're going to come down, and then on the side we'll curve out. Now we're going to go in and draw on the sides of the tunic. So at the bottom of this half circle, we're going to curve out, and then just pull that down to the bottom of the tunic, so it's got a slight angle going outwards. On the right side, we're going to step out from the collar, curve in the opposite direction, going out towards the right, and then down towards the same height. Now I just want to connect these 2 points with a curve, but we're going to add a couple notches along the way. So on the left side, we're going to curve down. Right here, we're going to draw a little upside down V. I'm going to curve across again, just continuing over towards the right, aiming towards this point here. I'm going to draw a larger upside down V, and then continue towards the right side. Let's add a few wrinkles to the tunic. So from left to right, I'm going to curve down, and then back up. I'm going to draw a shorter one just below it, so stepping down, curve this down a little bit steeper, and then back up. Now that we've drawn in the tunic, let's tuck the legs in underneath. So we're going to leave a small gap in the center. At the bottom of the tunic, we're going to step over towards the left, curving out, and then down. Do the same thing on the right, curving out, and then down. Now on the left side, we're just going to round up the heel. So from here, I'm just going to curve around, and just pull that up slightly on the inside. Do the same thing on the right, curving down and pulling that up. From here, we're going to draw on the ball of the foot going in towards the toe. So from here, we're going to curve out towards the left, and we'll just hook it back over. Now we're going to stack the toes out this way. So we're going to draw 3 toes. From the bottom edge of this toe, we're going to curve around and pull that in behind. We're going to do that one more time. Let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. So from the heel, we're going to curve out towards the ball of the toe, and then hook that back over. At the bottom of the toe, we're going to draw another toe curving around, and then one more time. In between the last 2 toes, I'm going to curve the top of the foot, going up and then over. Do the same thing on the right, curving up and then over. Now we're going to draw on the sides of the leg. From this point, we're going to step out, we're going to curve out and then underneath the tunic. We want to leave a little bit of an overlap on the end here. Do the same thing on the right, curving out and then underneath. On the side, we're going to add a little curve for the kneecap. Now let's move back up and draw on the arm. So I'm going to have the arm just hanging down on the side. So we're going to step down here, curve out, and then down. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the inside of the arm, curving out, and then down. On the left side, we're going to draw on the thumb. From here, we're going to curve in. Now we're going to hook this back up. From here, we're going to wrap the fingers around the thumb. So from here, we're just going to curve around and down. We're going to round out the finger, and then just pull that back up. Now we're going to stack 2 more fingers along the side. At the bottom of the finger, we're going to curve around and up. Now the third finger is going to go all the way around underneath this little knot here. So at the bottom of the finger, we're going to curve around, and then we're going to curve up, and then underneath the knot. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Starting with the thumb, we'll curve in. Now we're going to hook this back up. We're going to wrap the first finger around. So curving in, we'll round out the finger, and then hook that back up. Now at the bottom of the finger, do that one more time, going up. Now the third finger is going to go all the way up in behind the head, just beside the side of the tunic. So curving around, we're going to curve out and start to pull that in towards the side of the tunic, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Dobby from Harry Potter. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.